Just call it chicken.
So, I mean, some other things that, I have a little list of some stuff we could bring up. I didn't know we could maybe move away from the balls now.
Yeah, I think we've done the ball thing.
Justice.
Yes, we got there.
We've done Carl, and I don't want to say Demon's balls justice, but Carl's balls justice. I don't want to, weird. Never mind.
Yeah.
Tapping out.
Yep.
Anyways. I thought that maybe we could bring up a little bit about Mord Sith.
Okay, moving from balls to torture. Great.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say I saw on I think it was the official Facebook group, somebody was talking about things that you misremember. You just can't picture it the right way.
Okay,
in your head.
yeah.
And I commented about Denna's hair because, come on, it's auburn. I don't even know if I mentioned this on the podcast. If I did, it was minor, and I should have talked more about it because the show has certainly messed my head up, and I could only picture her as a blonde. So I was doing a doodle of another blonde Mord Sith recently, and when I first started, it messed my head up a little bit because I was like, I don't want them to look similar. But then I was thinking about it, or I was doing research on it, and Denna is an auburn head.
Yeah.
Auburn head? That's not a thing.
Brunette?
No, because
wait.
Redhead? It's not red, though. It's dark red.
Yeah, I think it's a mix between red and maybe brown.
I don't know if there's a name for that. Do you guys know? But yeah, that's so that first of all is one thing I wanted to mention is that the TV show has just ruined me as far as that goes.
Okay, actually, this would fall under a redhead. I just looked this up on Google, and there's actually several things to call a redhead because of the different types of red. Now, looking down the list, it looks like a cherry.
You call someone a cherry?
The cherry hair. They have cherry. But they're Annie,
cherry head?
Bluey, Carrot Top, Cherry, Ember, Ginger. They're all different types of red.
You call
And I
someone
think
a cherry
Auburn
head like a lemon head?
falls under that category. What would be a lemon head?
Candy.
I was going to say extremely sour.
Or a blonde person, maybe. I don't know.
But yeah, I think that's what it would be. But I'm actually with you on that. I thought Denna was blonde until we did this reread.
Even after we did the reread, I was still somehow convinced in my head she was blonde until I did the doodle. And then I was like, oh, wait. And I found the evidence that she is not. So I missed it even on the reread. But yes, something like the Mandela effect.
Al says Lemonhead, a blonde who is tired of your shit.
Something like that. Yeah.
Jade, if you ever dye your hair blonde, I think we got a nickname for you.
Yay.
Love you, Lemon.
I also feel like that describes Mord Sith pretty well. Also,
Yeah.
Kara is totally in this book, and I think I knew that, but, she was there.
Yeah. How many of you guys caught that? Towards the end of the book, Richard, he, at the point where he's not going to do the devotion, right?
Yeah.
And the two Mord Sith are like, hey, everybody does the devotion, and he threatens them. He's like, middle finger rockets. That's my favorite thing to say. But the book describes a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Mord Sith, and I missed it. I'll say, on the first read-through, no idea. Jade goes, well, Kara is in the book. Well, no, she's not. And no, they don't mention her by name, but yeah, she's totally there.
No, she's described in the same way she's always described in. She has, an eyebrow lift that she always does, and a little smirk thing.
The people's eyebrow.
Yeah, the people's
It's a wrestling thing from some years ago. I wouldn't read into it too much.
My gosh. But I also thought maybe we wanted to talk about him because it was Jenna, I think. It might have been Desiree. One of the two of you mentioned that I feel bad. I should have written it down. That the Aegeals or the Mord Sith maybe are more useful when they're like the innocence. Something about the innocence maybe feeds off of, like the Aegeal might feed off of the innocence.
Innocence is power, like we were talking about
Yeah.
with the ball thing. I real quick, jumping back to the ball thing, and I'm sorry to interrupt. Jenna got on there earlier and said she had forgotten that we were going to be live tonight, so she flipped it on in their car. So she's riding with her husband, and the first thing they heard was me talking about balls. So
No, about you eating balls.
about me eating balls, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sorry, not sorry, and welcome, and husband, welcome. I don't know his name. I know her name. I'm Nate. This is my wife, Jade. We read a book, and it's awesome. We think you should, too.
Yeah, I knew it could describe a lot of them. It was just that she's described in a specific way. Like, I was specifically looking for descriptions of Kara, and she makes the same face, like, every time she's described in a certain way. I can't imagine that she was described that certain way and then intended to be somebody else. Because she's in the next book.
Well, she's described the same way in
it's not
each
the next book. It's the third book. Third book.
But she's described the same way in each book.
Yeah.
When they say, oh, it's Kara. Kara, who is blonde and blue and has the eyebrow for days. I want to look up a picture right now of the people's eyebrows so I can show you what I was talking about, because it's the most accurate thing I can put to Kara when you mention that. It's actually a GIF, believe it or not.
Yeah, and that's I think that's what they were talking about. Al, he's talking about how the sweeter the child, like the more compassion the child has, the more ruthless they can end up being as a Mord Sith.
Right.
And I think that's what she was saying when she left a comment that the innocence. Oh, it's the Rock.
Yeah, the Rock. You know the Rock.
I know the
People's
Rock.
eyebrow. You see that bad boy? It goes all the way up. That's what I picture Kara doing. Kara,
something
not
similar
Kara.
to that. Yeah.
Just my opinion.
But yeah. So it's real like Richard's rage, like Richard's rage is double-edged. Kaylin's love is double-edged with the hate. And I think just the Mord Sith are the same way. It's the compassion at the beginning that's stripped away to leave the ruthlessness that is then sometimes not the end.
Well, it's ruthless.
Spoilers are not. They're not always bad.
Right.
Sorry, I just realized we're live. I don't gotta be tied in.
Oh, right. Yeah, no. Free and clear, baby. Oh, point to me. Kara, not Kara. Anybody else want to chime in on that? That's just the way I've always thought it. And when Jade and I talk about her, that's the way we say it. It's Kara.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't have any way to base that, really, other than, the audiobooks. I think they say Kara in the TV show too, but I don't really base the TV show. Like, I don't go to the TV show to figure out facts about the book series, because in my head, they're two different things.
Kaylin has blue eyes.
Oh, yeah, well, can't trust the show then. Sorry.
Throw the whole thing
That's
out.
gone.
Throw it out. Also, I wanted to Also, point out that the Aegeals are like way skinnier than I thought. I probably did also on one of the podcasts. But again, I wanted to bring that up in case anyone wanted to air out their feelings about the Aegeals and how wrong I was.
About the width of a finger.
Yeah.
I think the only point that could be brought up in favor of, like, they're bigger, like we were saying, Taysdo size, would be if it was somebody like Richard's finger, because Richard is a big-ass guy, and I imagine his hands are larger than mine, although I have big hands. I mean, I'm a big guy, but I don't think that I don't think it would be any, like, bigger than my, say, middle finger.
Yeah.
But if Richard's middle finger were used as the measurement, then it'd probably be much bigger.
Yeah, I think I just didn't catch when it was described the one time, and so my head just flew away with me.
But yeah, I know, when that came up, we weren't really sure. And then it's like, we read the book a little more, we go a little bit further, and it's like, oh yeah, the finger width. Actually, no, you went books ahead to find that.
Yeah.
That was not in Wizard's First Rule. So strictly based off of that one book, we wouldn't have been able to find an answer. So, I mean, that's not really a spoiler, but
no, I was looking ahead for info on Kara.
Right. But that's why we want to do more of these episodes with you guys, because there's stuff that connects. And you don't realize it connects until way later, and you're like, "Oh my god." Or, like, we've read the whole series, so we know some things, and we're like, okay, so we read that section of the book, and we are hesitant to bring that up because we don't want to spoil anything.
Right, and Al is actually correct, because I did, now I had to think about it for a second, but she totally is in book 2, because she, like, helps Richard run through the palace.
You're absolutely right.
Well, I am, but he is. Like, we all are.
Hey,
Yay.
guys, we're right. Y'all are our people.
I got enough beer to be jovial.
Was that your second one?
It was my second half, because I'm trying to not drink all of it.
Well, I think we should bring it up real quick. We're 42 minutes in. Man, it's time for a beer break.
I think it is. That was not a very clever segue.
No, but
But we're live, so whatever.
We're live and we're with friends. So tonight, we are drinking No Rules Vietnamese Porter. It's from Perrin, and it is also... Sorry. I just read Al's comment. That's what I do. I read and I know things. Sir, I have that shirt, but it says I drink and I know things. Maybe reading's better.
Maybe?
No, it is.
Maybe.
But so this beer is very, very unique. I couldn't even begin to tell you all the things that are different about this beer, partially because it's not specifically written on the bottle, and partially because there are a lot of things.
There's coconut.
There is coconut. It's a Vietnamese porter. It's aged in oak bourbon barrels. It's an imperial porter at that, so it's like twice brewed. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but it's very, very strong. 15%. So,
Woo!
Yeah. So if this one goes long, and I imagine it will, as most of our live episodes do, you're going to hear that towards the end. But basically, they throw all of the brewing rules out when they made this beer. That's why it's literally called No Rules. And they follow no rules when they make it. Like I said, it's 15% Imperial Porter. It was made with coconut, turbinado sugar. Then they, like I said, put it in the oak bourbon barrels, and it stays for a long time, guys. It stays for several months. Over a year is what the lady at Perrin had told us. So this is a 2020 release. It just came out a month or so ago. Give or take. So it was started over a year ago. And it's Goddamn, guys, it's just so good. Me and Jade only get this once a year. We only get a few bottles because it is kind of expensive and it is super strong. So we busted out the good stuff for you guys. We love you guys. Thank you very much for listening. Cheers, JD.
No, there's no lime, Al, because